Testing.
Hello.
Hey.
What's that sound?
Oh,
Is that the fridge?
Sounds like a fridge. Talks like a fridge.
Walks like a fridge. Hey,
What?
what? Your freezer's running or something? You better go catch it. I don't know. You know that joke? You know that joke?
No, I've never heard that joke.
All right.
All
well,
right.
Okay.
Let's see how that sounded. Hi, Charlotte.
Hello, Madeline. We're back with another episode of the Sports Gossip Show.
Yay.
Woohoo. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, great.
I've been enjoying the spring weather.
Yeah, me too. I realized for those of us on not watching this, but on
What?
audio, I just realized I'm wearing like flowy pants and a loose linen shirt, and I look like a woman in a Nancy Meyers movie trying to go find herself. You know?
Yeah, find themselves in an Eileen Fisher store.
Yeah.
They find themselves walking into one.
I should be so lucky.
That is there anything better than that?
No. There's one near us.
Oh, I know.
You ever go in?
I've never been in there.
Oh.
I actually think I'd want to buy a lot of stuff.
No, it's really
in there.
good. It's really good. Eileen Fisher, if you're listening.
Hey, come on the pod.
And you've got a lovely blue t-shirt on.
Yeah, this is from Imogene and Willie, I think is the name of the brand.
Yeah. Good t-shirt.
They make nice t-shirts. Yeah, not sponsored.
Not sponsored. None of this is sponsored.
No.
This is, for the record, though, this is an AYR button down.
So it's not Eileen Fisher.
No, but I'm a big fan of both AYR and Eileen Fisher.
And if they did a collab, Charlotte's first in line.
Are you kidding me?
First in line.
Unbelievable. I wish there were like a Eileen Fisher clog.
I would guarantee you that they make one.
You think so?
Or they've done a collab.
Well, I think it's time that I'm at a point in my life where I need a clog by Eileen Fisher.
I think you need one. And we're going to get you one.
Clogs.
By Eileen Fisher. Worn by Charlotte. Clogs and me don't get along.
Yeah,
Clogs? Like a wooden heel clog? Like a mule.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love a mule.
You.
Those Rothy ones.
Oh, well.
Well, not sponsored. Is sponsored.
Well, we
did do ads for them.
Yeah.
Those, they are so comfortable.
They're incredible shoes. And unfortunately, I got the wrong size. So I need to email Rothy's and say, can I please have the correct size? Because they're so comfortable, but they don't fit me.
I wore them today.
And it's not Rothy's fault. That's
No.
That's a me problem because apparently, I don't know what shoe size I am.
Yeah. Well, they run kind of big.
My right eye is just twitching.
Well, speaking of switching gears. Switching. Oh, yeah, that was better. Let's twitch gears.
Switch hitting.
We have a really great episode. Obviously, as you can tell by the title, we will be getting into the Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion breakup, cheating, allegations, fiasco, timeline, you name it, we'll get into it. But before we do that, we have a couple quick things. We will get into the Red Sox firing their manager. Paige Bueckers, star of the Dallas Wings, finally spoke out about her maybe girlfriend, not girlfriend, but now teammate, Azzi Fudd, and that situation. And also we have an update on Kim Kardashian dating F1 star Lewis Hamilton.
I mean, we also have some exclusive reporting about the Klay and Megan situation.
Yes.
And you're going to just have to listen to the whole show because why would we ever tell you that in the first 4 minutes?
Yeah. Got to make you work for it.
No, but it's
good. No, it's good.
Actually, it gives a lot of insight onto the whole situation.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I'm just over here Googling Red Sox firing good or bad.
You did not Google that.
I did. And it turns out that there's not necessarily a easy, so I just clicked a couple. The reason I'm dead. This to say,
Charlotte is a Boston sports fan, an esteemed sports journalist.
Yeah.
Boston firing good or bad? Question mark.
And I think what I'm trying to say is that this is a big story. Obviously, the Red Sox on last Saturday fired Alex Cora, their manager, and 5 of his coaches.
Oof.
Which is a huge deal. The Red Sox have been in last place. The Red Sox have been bad. The Red Sox have been a mess. Also, I'm just still pissed at the Red Sox from when they traded Mookie Betts.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was happy.
Years ago, which is great for you as a Dodgers fan.
Yeah. I by the way, I think we've talked about it on the show, but I think I said I was a Mets fan, but I don't know if I feel that way, actually. I think I'm just still a Dodgers fan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry.
You didn't really go hard on the Mets.
No, but I just think I started thinking about it more and I was like, nah, I'm just a Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
I lived in LA.
It's great.
So anyways, continue. Yeah. You were sad about.
Well, I'm just pissed still. And I think that a lot of the management issues, this is a bigger problem.
Yeah.
But also the Red Sox were really bad. So I have been trying to read about this, but we had other things we had to do that I had to research more. So all this to say is that we will talk about the Red Sox and all of that fiasco at a later date.
Yes.
Because we can't do both that timeline and a Megan and Klay timeline.
There's a lot going on in Boston sports world. I don't know what is in that water. I've said it before, but that happening the same day that Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel was reportedly at counseling is a lot.
I do
for one city.
Yeah. And hence I was dealing with that. Now I'm like, well, now I gotta know the answer to the Red Sox stuff. Oh my God.
You got to find out good or bad.
No, like we have so much homework for this show.
We do.
I think it's bad. I'm going to say it's bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. Players were allegedly crying after this happened.
Oh, no.
Like, I think this is really an absolute disaster zone. And I don't know why you would ever do it this way. I think when I say good or bad, I mean, like, what are the nuances here?
What's the nuances? And we'll get into it.
That to say too, though, so John Henry is a guy who owns the Red Sox. Bob Kraft is a guy who owns the Patriots. And I bet John Henry saw Bob Kraft and Mike Vrabel, coach of the Patriots, who was involved in the whole scandal with the former reporter Diana Rossini, and we've talked a lot about that. And I feel like John Henry said, you know what? I see my buddy Bob and his whole team, they're going through it. A lot of attention on them. Why don't, while everybody's talking about their head coach being at counseling on the third day of the NFL draft, why don't I just fire my whole coaching staff?
Yeah, do that. Let's throw that in the mix.
Little news dump.
Well, I think you need to have a little prayer circle for your Boston Celtics.
Oh, God.
Because we got two out of three teams right now going through it. I'm just saying they're in the playoffs, but I don't know.
Well, they lost on Tuesday night. I'm pissed. I felt that loss a little more intensely than I wanted to.
Well, it's good to feel a little bit of losing as a Celtics fan. Sorry to tell you.
You're not wrong.
So, but hopefully nothing happens with the Celtics, but Joe Mazzulla, I hope you're keeping your job.
Joe.
I don't think you're losing your job for the record, but just go watch the town and, say some other vague, strange statements to the press.
Yeah.
About how you don't believe in, I don't know, winning or something, some version, something like that. Like, can you picture him saying that? Like, I don't believe when we win, we're winning. And you're like, what?
He literally has said that.
Is that true?
He has said, it's like, just go watch your killer whale videos.
Yes.
Which maybe we're supposed to say orca now, to be honest, because killer whale seems a little mean.
I actually don't know. That's a great question. If there are any marine biologists out there listening, let us know.
Also, if there are any marine biologists out there and you have like a research boat or something that we could just hop on real quick, maybe at a Woods Hole in Massachusetts.
Well, boats are going to be a central theme to our episode today.
And that's a tease in the biz, folks.
That's a tease in the biz. All right. Moving right along. Dallas Wings star Paige Bueckers finally spoke out about her relationship or not relationship with her new teammate, well, former teammate, but now new teammate on the Wings, Azzi Fudd.
Yeah. Azzi was drafted number 1 overall from UConn a year after Paige was drafted number 1 overall from UConn. We talked a lot last week, I believe, about the PR move where the Dallas Wings communications person stopped a reporter after they asked Azzi about her relationship status with Paige, because last year she had posted pictures where on her phone case it said Paige Bueckers' girlfriend. They appeared to kind of hard launch. Mm-hmm. And the communications person stopped before Azzi could say anything and said, we're not going to talk about that. Paige spoke to the media, and this was on her own. Paige is a very, 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 very smart PR person.
Yes.
She doesn't really make missteps.
No.
And it seems that maybe she was like, I need to say something about this. If we don't shut this down or give any bit of information, people are going to keep talking about it.
She knows how to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what, one, makes good PR, but two, also makes you a good professional famous person.
Truly.
Just generally. Like not that I think there was any like lack of trust with the public or anything. People are like, well, she's not saying anything, so we don't trust her. I don't think that's the case. But I do think the image management skills that are required to be someone who is as famous as she is are quite impressive. And to then be able to do it correctly is also a different level of impressive.
Totally. And Paige has been doing this since she was 15. You know, she was like such a highly skilled, talked about recruit. Azzi has too. I think that Paige has just been doing this on like a slightly higher level. You know, sort of her and Caitlin Clark last year in women's college basketball. But Paige said, quite frankly, I believe me and Azzi's personal relationship is nobody's business but our own. And what we choose to share is completely up to us. And she also just delivered this in a way. Women should not have to care so much or put so much effort into how they say things so as not to be threatening or seem in any angry or whatever. But I think that the reality of this world is that still is very much a part of when you're a public woman, you to make your life easier sometimes. Yeah. If you do things in a way that, like Paige said this, she was smiling. She was like, now we can get back to basketball. She was like gentle with everyone in a way that she really shouldn't have had to be. But was smart for her in the public eye. Yeah, no, I think this was the best possible statement she could give. And she's also sort of shutting down people asking follow-up questions, and they still might. But you're also, I feel like she was giving the public something by responding, which is the best PR. It's like you're acknowledging the situation. Yes, you're still doing a little bit of word salad dance, but you are at least giving the fans and reporters and the general public a little nugget of information. Yeah. And that's what she's doing here. And I think it's a really good, smart statement. She also said something about how like Azzi and I have navigated our relationship on and off the court for years. So basically she's saying like from this statement, you don't know if they're together romantically or not, but essentially she shut everything down in terms of being like, we are very good at playing basketball together, no matter what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. That was another part of it. I forgot to say that part, but you know. Yeah. It's great. I love it. Great statement. Last little thing before we get to Megan and Klay. Last little thing, Lewis Hamilton, the F1 driver and star, is dating Kim Kardashian, which you may have seen in the headlines. They've been on a whirlwind romance. They were spotted at the beach, I think at Malibu most recently. They also went on one of their early dates in Paris. It looked like an episode of The Bachelor. It was like a whole restaurant. It looked like a full presentation of a date. I don't know. Looked like a whole thing. You know, it was like a whole, it looked like an event. And that's all we have to do. No. It was like I think they had it was an empty restaurant. Yeah, it was like they put a table in. They probably like bought it out or something. Yeah. Something like that, as you do. Anyways, I think we were like, well, what's going on there? You know, with that relationship. But we have a well-placed source who confirmed that it's a very real relationship, guys. So if anyone had any doubts, they really are dating. Okay. It does not seem like it's a PR relationship. Because, you know, you see the photos surfing in Malibu and you think, well, it's a little on the nose. Yeah. You know, like that. Yeah. But apparently this person, very, very, very well placed, said, this is very real. Yeah. And Lewis is falling hard. Sounds like a quote someone would give to People magazine. So I think we've made it. I think it really does sound like a quote that would be given to People magazine. Treat Payne, we're available for your phone calls. Hey, we're available. If you got something to say. Just come on. Give us any vague quote. We'll say it. We'll say it for you. Redhead to redhead. Well, yeah, you'd have to do the communication there. Yeah, just because of the red special, hair. Yeah. We got something special in that hair follicle. For sure. Okay. Those were our quick things. Let's do the big one. The main event. We are getting into the Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion relationship, breakup, cheating allegations, previous relationship status, previous relationship drama, the whole thing. Whole shebang. The whole shebang. Megan Thee Stallion, unbelievably famous and talented rapper and performer. She's currently, we'll get to this, but she's been on Broadway in a role in Moulin Rouge. Yep. Klay Thompson, a long-time basketball player. I think he just finished his 15th season. He is currently with the Dallas Mavericks. They missed the playoffs, so his season is over. But he was for a very long time with the Golden State Warriors. It was him, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, coach Steve Kerr, and he won 4 championships with them. Yes. And
Megan posted on her Instagram story, I believe this was last weekend, last Saturday, a Instagram slide with like blacked out, color behind it in white text. And it says, cheating. Had me around your whole family playing house, ... Got, quote, cold feet, holding you down through all your, in all caps, horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be, quote, monogamous with a bunch of question marks. We'll bleep this out, but I need a all caps real break after this one, ... Bye, y'all. Oh, first of all, what were your immediate impressions when you saw this?
My immediate impression was, oh, she's owning the story.
Yeah. Right away.
When you see that all black screen with just writing on it, they're over. I mean, you never know. Celebrities also just like love to break up and get back together. Who's to say? But this felt very much to me like a straw that broke the camel's back. Something happened, or she was just so done that it's almost, and I don't know if this is correct in this case, but it felt a little bit like when you're in a relationship with someone that you shouldn't be in a relationship with. And so you break up with them and you tell all your friends immediately to kind of hold you accountable. So it's like, don't let me go back to this.
She told the world. I agree. I think there really is an art form, especially to this not being a Notes app screenshot.
Yes.
There's something that feels more permanent and shaming him, that it's like a black background with white text. I can't explain it. There's something about it. It feels more intense.
Yes, I agree.
Than just like the Notes app screenshot. Maybe it's because it's literally like thin font, in the Notes app. But it feels like no, F you. You cheated on me and I'm telling the world.
Yeah.
And I'm putting this in the internet history.
Also, something very immediate. You can see her opening up the app on her phone to make this thing, typing it out. I think, too, the immediacy of the text of like all caps and like a bunch of question marks. It's very visceral.
Yes.
Like there's a real, the emotion behind it is so clear in a way that if you're a woman, you just like understand.
Yeah.
And I think, too, the really damning thing here, or the thing that makes you go, oh, Klay. Oh, what were you doing? Is like had me around your whole family and the playing house and the like. It is also, I mean, it's devistating. You read that and you're just like, oh God, you can feel the heartbreak that she's writing this. with.
Well, and it feels like not only is it coming from a vulnerable place, to your point, but also Megan and Klay were both very open about their relationship online. Megan was posting all of these videos of cooking for his family, cooking Thanksgiving dinner, posting photos together. Like they were a very online couple. And so in some ways, it almost feels like this was like the only option for her to do because she was giving her audience so much of the relationship. Yeah. It's like, here's what's actually happening.
Yeah.
I'm telling you in real time how I feel about this.
Yeah.
Because you've been through the entire relationship with me.
And that's kind of how Megan uses social media in general.
Yeah.
Which I admire, because I think that a lot of times with celebrities, there's this sort of word salad quote or something, and everybody really just wants to know what happened. And also in some ways, this is smart PR because she's telling you what happened. And now she's like, I'm putting my hands up. Like, I said it. Like, no one needs to hound her for answers.
No, because what is he going to say?
Well, also good PR. What have we always, good PR doesn't lead to more questions. Yes. And in her case, it leads to more questions for Klay, her post. Not really for her.
No.
I mean, maybe for her in you never know what else comes out later. But right now, she owned this story and said, here's what happened from my point of view. Now this is the narrative.
No, they didn't put out some dumb joint statement. We've amicably decided to end our relationship with each other. She's like, no, he cheated on me.
Yeah.
And I want the world to know.
So before we get into their full timeline, because we're going to do that, we're going to tell you a little bit about their past relationships, just for context here. Klay Thompson was dating the influencer Hannah Stocking in 2014, and she accused him of cheating on her. There are screenshots of old Twitter. Oh God, I really do love when there's an old
I know
Twitter.
When it's the old old layout. I know.
Where you can like favorite something. You could anyway, that's besides the point. She tweeted, when you catch your man naked in bed with a groupie, ... LOL at Klay Thompson. And it was the meme of Klay from an early Warriors dynasty run. Yeah. Where he looks confused.
You know what's interesting? I'm realizing already.
Also, she then deleted these. These were deleted. What?
You know what I'm realizing? Okay, this was over 10 years ago that he was accused of cheating on someone he dated. It was kind of handled the same way by the woman.
Good point.
Different, not Instagram stories. It's a tweet, but same situation. Calling him out publicly, tagging him. I mean, Megan Thee Stallion didn't tag him in the Instagram story, but it is interesting the parallels.
It's a great point.
Between the like public shaming that's happening and yet the behavior continues, Klay.
She also tweeted, I told him I'd at him if he kept harassing me. This is Hannah stalking again. So I guess he really wanted that tag to get his numbers up. And then deleted all of those. Okay.
Oh, boy.
The actress Laura Harrier, Klay started dating her in 2018.
Yes. She even traveled with him when he was recovering from his torn ACL during Game 6 of the NBA Finals in 2019. And then they made their red carpet debut together in 2020 at the Vanity Fair Oscar party. But then, spoiler alert, there were some cheating allegations again from someone on TikTok.
This is crazy. This woman who was not famous posted a TikTok and said, put a finger down if you moved from Georgia to California and within the first month of living in California, your friend is going to go on a date. But instead of going on a date, the guy asked if she's cool with going on a group thing, asked if she had any girls that she could bring because there's going to be a bunch of boys there. Everybody's drinking, having a good time. Then you all take Ubers to his mansion and you're all swimming in your clothes. And a lot of things are happening at that house and you have no clue who this person is. So you're not even starstruck. And then you realize who this person is. He's one of the most famous basketball players currently in the United States. And then she later did another TikTok saying that, yes, that was Klay Thompson. Laura Harrier and Klay broke up shortly after that during the pandemic. Also, though, in 2019, when he was kind of with Laura, or apparently very much with her, he was spotted with the actress Eliza Gonzalez, but then he was with Laura Harrier again a few months later. So obviously, no one knows what goes on inside any two people's relationship or what parameters or arrangements they've got going on.
Yeah.
But that was just a little web of stuff happening.
Web of stuff. And then he dated from 2021 to 2023 Coco Jones, who is now with Donovan Mitchell, who plays on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Mm-hmm. So I don't think at that point, though, there were any cheating allegations.
No.
From what I recall.
Coco Jones, singer. She sang before the Super Bowl, right?
Oh, yeah.
She sounded unbelievable.
Right? Yeah, I think she did.
So she... Yeah, and that was a pretty private relationship. There's not like a ton out there about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. So she dated a rapper named Moneybagg Yo from July 2019 until roughly January 2020. They went Instagram official at the time in July 2019, and they broke up. So they weren't together that long.
Yeah. And he said nice things about her after they broke up. So doesn't seem like that was too much of a dramatic one.
No,
I don't know. Yeah. Okay, this is horrific. Most people know about this. Tory Lanez, rapper and singer. Megan was they had a thing in her documentary. She talks about it. I don't think they were like really together.
No, they weren't.
And he was sentenced to 10 years in prison in 2023 after he was found guilty of felony assault for shooting Megan in the foot while leaving a party hosted by Kylie Jenner in 2020. I didn't realize that this was at Kylie Jenner's party.
I did not know that either. I thought they were just leaving some gathering. I did not know that's what it was. But that's also crazy.
Yeah. And I feel like the Kardashian Jenners, once again, are just like Kris Jenner, the matriarch of the family, is a PR assassin.
Yeah.
The fact that this hasn't been a part of the story as much as for us, at least, to have heard about it, I don't know.
That it was the Kardashians?
Yeah.
They're always involved in something.
Yeah.
after he was sentenced, Megan gave an interview to Elle magazine where she said, quote, as I reflect on the past 3 years, I view myself as a survivor because I have truly survived the unimaginable. Not only did I survive being shot by someone I trusted and considered a close friend, but I overcame the public humiliation of having my name and reputation dragged through the mud by that individual for the entire world to see.
Yeah.
She really had her reputation dragged through the mud.
Yeah.
It was really awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one should. Oh God. When you think about what some people as public figures go through.
Yeah.
You know, to be physically, to felony assault, to like he shot her in the foot.
Yeah.
And then had the nerve to then drag her name through the mud through all of the proceedings about it. And it was just hideous.
It was awful.
So in 2021, Meg was dating a rapper named Pardi, P-A-R-D-I. She was on Instagram Live talking about it, and it's not totally clear when they broke up, but I think in February 2023, she'd unfollowed him on Instagram. And there was a poem that Pardi shared in May of 2023 that fans took to mean that the relationship was over. And then Meg's song Cobra, released in November of 2023, people think that there was alleged infidelity that she's referencing by Pardi. So once again, cheating. Don't like that. And then she, before Klay was connected to the NBA player, I believe he plays for the Bulls, or he did play for the Bulls, Torrey Craig.
Okay.
And in August 2024, Meg shared a TikTok video of them, and they were doing a couples challenge together and even answered a question regarding who said, I love you first. And they were at New York Fashion Week that year. And then after January, they showed a cute little mirror selfie, and then cheating allegations began spreading. And Torrey Craig denied that he cheated on her. But TMZ reported that they split sometime in April of 2025.
I don't like this for Megan. This makes me sad. She deserves the world.
I know.
Which is why the situation with Klay Thompson makes me angry on her behalf.
Well, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So in July of 2025, Megan posts a bikini photo, and she's just looking good in her bikini. And in the background,
as she is wont to do.
Yeah. And in the background, you see a man lounging on a lounger who looks like Klay Thompson.
We flipped.
We were like, I think that may be Klay Thompson.
We're like, is that Klay Thompson of the NBA?
The NBA, Klay Thompson?
Because you have to understand, anytime that there's something like this where a very famous person outside of the sports world does something that all of a sudden may involve the sports world in a very exciting way, we just lose our damn minds.
We're locked in.
It's very exciting for us.
So then a few days later, Klay posts a photo kissing a woman that looks a lot like Megan, but it's a photo from behind.
Yeah.
So then you're like, all right, this feels kind of like a soft launch is incoming for a hard launch soon.
Yeah. The two of them then made their red carpet debut at Megan's Pete and Thomas Foundation Gala.
Yep. And on the red carpet, Megan even said, quote, in regards to Klay, that he's the nicest person I've ever met in my life.
And the Pete and Thomas Foundation, while we're at it, let's just shine a little light on this. It's Meg's foundation that provides resources for women, children, senior citizens, and underserved communities. So yeah, she's doing good in the world.
Exactly. And at the time, Megan told Page 6, quote, I have never dated somebody so kind. This is my first relationship where I've ever been with somebody who's genuinely a nice person and makes me genuinely happy. I just never dated someone like him before, and I'm just grateful that he's here by my side and he feels the same way about me. So you're like, oh my God. And also it's like, based on her history, it's like Megan deserves the world. Mm-hmm. So of course, like she should have someone who worships the ground that she walks on.
Yes. And also, you know, if you think about this, like Meg's the coolest. Megan Thee Stallion is unbelievably cool.
Yeah.
And has so much the respect of so many people in terms of her art. And she's just like such a vivacious personality in this world. And for a guy like Klay, who's a little bit, I don't know, like cardboard sometimes. He is.
He's a little bit like a wet paper towel.
And like he tries to do his whole like spiritual thing with giving like quotes at press conferences over his time in the Warriors, where it was like, okay, well, you clearly are living in the Bay Area. And he would like kayak to work, and he would go on like these sort of philosophical tangents that was meant to make him interesting, but he didn't really say anything.
Yeah.
So for him to be with someone like Meg, it's like, oh, I mean, it made me think about Klay a little bit differently. I was like, oh, okay, maybe you're like cooler than I thought you were.
Right, exactly. I know.
So there was that. And Klay gave some quotes too about this.
Yes. He also told Us Weekly, quote, "It feels incredible because Megan is such a special person and she inspires so many around the world. I've seen it firsthand. This is just another incredible feat of hers in regards to the gala, to be able to give back, create a foundation, and raise a ton of money for those in need. And I'm honored to be here by her side." So you're like, okay, this man's standing next to this woman. He's really proud to be dating her. He's lifting her up, supporting her, yada, yada, yada.
Seems great also, especially when there's, I mean, I feel I think we kind of felt this way about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce when they started dating, where it was, he was nice to her. Yeah. He was like publicly nice to her in a way that you hadn't seen someone treat her. And so when you see Meg talk about Klay this way, it's like, oh my God, okay. That's so exciting. I hope this is as good as it seemed. And for a while it did seem to be that good.
I know they posted a video. I remember seeing this one. I feel like this was the first kind of viral video in July of last year where they went golfing, and Megan says that she's in love. She said, quote, "Ever since I've been in love, my golf games reaped all the benefits." And it's them. He's like driving the golf cart. It's very cute. And you're like, oh my God, this is so sweet. I love this.
I know. And then he posted about them going fishing together. She posted about cooking for him. All of these posts seem to be gone now. I couldn't click on them.
Yeah, no.
They are not on the internet.
She
anymore.
Removed them,
She was like, no, thanks.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep, totally. So in October, Meg released the song Lover Girl.
Yeah.
Could have been about Klay.
Yes, there were some references.
She also sat courtside at the Mavs' first game to start the season on October 22nd against the Spurs. That kicked off Klay's 15th season in the league. And she even made Klay a nautical themed chain with a boat covered in diamonds with a steering wheel pendant.
I think it's a good time to talk about the boat. Can we talk about it?
I've been waiting my whole life to talk about it.
For those who don't know, Klay Thompson has a boat and renamed the boat. What did he rename it?
SS Stallion.
Obviously in reference to his girlfriend, Megan Thee Stallion. And when this happened, what did you say, Charlotte, on this show?
Thank you so much, Madeline. I thought you'd never ask.
I'm asking.
Renaming a boat is bad luck. I am a lifelong boater. I know too much about boats. And I do know that when you rename a boat, I think there's a certain way you can do it so that it's not bad luck, but just slapping a new name on that thing, not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
That is not going to give you the energy you want back from this world, and it might sink you, so to speak. Like boating, it's a very superstitious thing. It's much like sports. It's where it's like, you don't mess, like the ocean. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no.
You don't mess with the ocean.
No, you don't. Wait, I have a question, actually.
Yeah.
Not to bring this whole conversation around to Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson, but he had a boat. Did he get a new boat and include Jordan's cheerleading ring in the name? Wasn't it like 8 rings, or did he rename the boat? Is that a rename?
So for years I've been saying that Bill Belichick is also playing with fire here because every time he won a Super Bowl, Madeline, he would rename his boat.
Okay. So it was the same boat. Okay.
The same boat to have the new number of rings. And then once he was with Jordan, they did 8 plus 6 rings. He's won 8 Super Bowls in his capacity, both as a head and assistant coach. And Jordan has won 1 national cheerleading title, which is what the +1 is.
Okay. So he's just been renaming them. That's interesting.
Also very bad luck.
Bad luck. They are still together though.
Clay's boat. I also just wanted, this tells you a little something about Klay. So Klay has a kind of boat called an Axopar. I am obsessed with this kind of boat. This is a boat. It was invented in Helsinki in Finland in 2014. It's like a game-changing boat in terms of its steering, in terms of how the hull is shaped so it moves through the water. It's got an unbelievable setup as like a sort of day boat fishing expedition situation. I want one unbelievably badly. Also, while I'm at it, Boston Whaler, another brand of boat. I mean, that's the brand that's really just like nearest and dearest to my heart. If anybody from Boston Whaler is listening, I've never been so serious about wanting to do something with brand in my entire life. If you give me a boat this summer, like just even for like a couple days, I'll make as many videos as you want for free.
Wow.
So I just made that about me, but sorry.
So what you're saying is Klay Thompson has a very special boat.
He's a really cool boat.
Is it a boat that it's not like a beginner boat? Is it more of an if you know type of boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although it has become very popular over the last year. Apparently they sold more Axopars than any other kind of adventure fishing boat. So,
okay.
But it's a 37-foot boat, which is like a great size for a day party, whatever. Okay. So Klay renamed this boat. Mm-hmm. What was its name before, you might ask?
What was it?
Thank you for asking. It was Nordic Knife. He named his boat Nordic Knife, and at the time, I believe this was 2021, he explained to NBC Sports Bay Area, quote, she was made in Finland, so she's Norwegian, I think.
Okay, well, let me just tell you. First of all, what is the first thing I thought of when I heard the name Nordic Knife? I thought of the rug brand Nordic Knots, which knots also play on boat terms.
Nautical.
I'd rather, Klay, if you have just named it after the rug company.
Yeah.
I don't like that name. It feels not personal to him.
No.
Like, okay, like what? I'm going to buy a car, a Volvo that's in Sweden, and be like, it's my Swiss meatball. And you're like, what? That's the name of your car?
Yeah, like you get a BMW and you're like, this is my German pretzel.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. It does. I don't like that name. It doesn't. I don't actually think. I got to be honest, Klay. It didn't feel like there was a lot of thought put into that. Must admit. I feel like you could have come up with something more special to your own life.
Couldn't agree more. Can I tell you something that makes this whole thing even worse?
What?
He said that the boat was called Nordic Knife when he's driving it, but when friends were on board, he called it the Splash Express.
Okay.
Because he hit a lot of threes when he was at the Warriors. So he was known as the Splash Brothers with Steph Curry.
That should have been the name of the boat. The Splash Express is a way better name of a boat for him. And it has a personal connection. Nordic Knife, sorry, that's just Nordic Knots. That's a rug. That's a rug boat.
Yeah, it's a rug boat.
It's a tugboat.
A tugboat.
You can't already have two different names for a boat.
Exactly. That shows that he was playing with the spirits of the ocean, and as a guy who claimed he's spiritual, he should know better.
He should know better.
So Klay renames his boat after Meg, and already that's bad luck. And I think you should also know better as to not do that to your girlfriend.
Yeah. And he renamed the boat in November of 2025.
Yes. And they had spent Thanksgiving together, I believe.
Yeah. And Megan cooked for his family. It was all on TikTok.
They'd also posted a whole thing where they were making heart hands in front of a house holding a key, which made people wonder, did they move in together?
Yeah. So it felt very much like they're down bad for each other. It's reciprocal. They are committed to each other. He renamed his boat. All signs pointed to like they'll probably get married. Mm-hmm. Then in January 2026, Megan continued to post more content with Klay, more cooking content, making him food. And then in February of this year, Megan threw a birthday party for Klay and got his favorite group, Bone Thugs and Harmony, to perform at his party. That must have been expensive.
I love Bone Thugs. I would have flipped.
That's it.
Huge fan.
This
is a big thing. That's a big deal.
And to pay for that, I mean, for your boyfriend, that's a big investment.
Yeah.
To pay. I'm sure they have an expensive fee.
And then he got her something expensive too.
Yes. For Valentine's Day, he got Megan a blue Bentley, which I would say from renaming a boat to the name of your girlfriend to then getting a car, the only next logical step is an engagement ring.
Yeah.
You're buying a vehicle for someone. You better want to marry that person. You better not mess it up, Klay.
And a lot of just transportation based stuff here, which we love. We love transportation. We love infrastructure. So we were into this relationship.
We were into it. And,
yeah.
I think the public was into it. Mm-hmm. Everyone was happy about it.
Yes. Especially because before their first Valentine's Day, Meg said to People magazine again, I didn't even know I was going to be in my relationship, to be honest. I think that because I finally started being in a better mind space about myself and my life, and I'd already been doing a lot of work to heal me, maybe God just opened up that space for me to have somebody that loved me right. This is one of the first times that I've ever just been overly comfortable. I'm comfy, babe.
Oh.
Once you have that feeling, to have that ripped away.
Yes.
Awful. Also, Meg made a video with the Olympians, Hillary Knight, hockey star, and Brittany Bowe, speed skater, who had just gotten engaged at the Olympics. We talked about that. And she said, manifesting my engagement too, crossing her fingers.
Oh. Which then takes us to present day, April 2026. Megan posts that Instagram story. And the day after she posted it, she has been performing in Moulin Rouge on Broadway. Mm-hmm. People have been loving it. And she got very emotional during her performance, and clearly it looks like she's crying and the crowd's cheering her on. And that was the day after she posted that Instagram story.
It's awful.
It's awful. And then they just announced that she is ending her Moulin Rouge run early. She'll be performing her final show on Friday, May 1st. So it'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow is her last show.
So here's what we've heard about this.
Yeah.
We've heard from a source very close to the situation that throughout Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson's whole relationship, Klay Thompson has been sliding into the DMs regularly of at least one prominent woman.
Yeah. This is alleged, but this is what we heard from a very well-placed source.
Yeah, it's not really alleged. We know someone who saw it. We know someone who saw the DMs.
Yeah.
So who knows what else he was up to?
I mean, here's the thing. If you go through his history, I mean, it's like, yeah.
Right.
There's been some evidence before and accusations of infidelity previously.
Yeah.
This isn't necessarily shocking to hear that this was happening, but it really, really is sad and bums me out for Megan.
Yeah.
Because like I said, she really deserves the world. She has been put through the ringer, and it seemed like Klay really was the one for her. And yet here these men go, just disappointing, highly accomplished women left and right. What are we doing?
One thing I will say is this kind of does go towards the theory that the more a couple posts about each other online and the happier they seem and the more their relationship is for public consumption with this very forward facing, look how amazing things are. I do feel that oftentimes those are the ones where it's hard, yes, you're shocked in the sense that, no, they look so happy and you're so sad for the people.
Yeah.
However, it does follow a pattern of a lot of times when it's a very public thing that looks perfect, there's something going on behind the scenes.
There's something behind. It's true. It's true. Someone's overcompensating for something somewhere. Yeah, no, it's true. It's like when someone is, there were multiple examples we gave here of Megan and Klay both publicly professing their love for each other. That, not to say that they didn't love each other, obviously it seems like they did, but that clearly there probably was some issues behind the scenes. And I would guess that probably some of them stem from some trust issues. I want their relationship, but I'm like, based on his history and based on what we learned, feel like that's probably the root of a lot of problems.
Yeah. I also think that it's impossible to talk about this without talking about Klay's basketball career, because he was with the Golden State Warriors for a long time. He went to the Mavs only in the last couple years. And I think it was a kind of devastating moment for him when the Golden State Warriors traded him or didn't pick up his contract for, I forget exactly what the mechanics there were, but they were basically like, we can't pay you as much as you think you're worth anymore because you're not worth that to us. It's basically like your parents saying to you, hey, thanks for everything. But like, and that's the thing. Sports are companies. Sports are a business. Sports are also you're so emotionally invested in the team that you play for, especially if it was a homegrown team the way it was for Klay and Steph and Draymond. Steph and Draymond are still there. Like, who knows what happens going forward? Yeah. But like, they lasted a couple more years than Klay did. And so to be the one who is thrust out, I can imagine that there were some real self-worth issues or value, or like it's almost the most humiliating thing that can happen to someone who was once one of the best basketball players in the league. You could see him perhaps, and I'm not saying any of this as an excuse, by the way. This is, you deal with your own stuff, Klay. I'm just saying you could see if he's in a headspace of that kind of not necessarily wounded, but his pride is hurt. Like men don't do well with that.
They don't do well with that.
And they should do better.
100%. I agree. I also think, I wonder if he used that as like fake vulnerability to get away with more things.
Couldn't agree.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That he was like, not saying he wasn't vulnerable with her, but just sort of like using that as a crutch for actually being vulnerable and taking accountability for your actions.
Yeah, I think he was probably a giant baby about it. No, truly.
Yes,
I think he was. I think two things can be true. I think he probably was really going through it. And we've talked a lot about how athletes, when they're done playing or when it's near the end, they have total come aparts.
Yeah.
Famously, Tom Brady.
Oh, Tom Brady. I was like, our basketball player. I was like,
oh no, sorry. Well,
yeah. Yes.
But I think the most damning thing in what Megan says, we've talked a lot about her statement so far, but when she says, holding you down through all of your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season, now you don't know if you can be monogamous. I think that proves that he is not emotionally regulated, can't handle his own life, takes it out on this woman who is there with him and says, oh, poor me, I'm a basketball player and my job is so important and big, and uses that as an excuse for his moods towards her.
Totally. Oh, 100%.
You know?
100%. Which is why I think her doing this statement was even more justified. It's like, why are we pretending, like beating around the bush here? Just say it like it is. You're clearly hurt and upset, and you probably went through a lot, Megan. And so you 100% deserve to put out a statement like this.
Yeah.
And just say, well, here's what happened.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, oh, he's not the victim. I'm sorry.
Right.
I mean, listen, of course, it takes two to tango, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, he needs to.
Who knows? We'll find out more about this, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, I think that this is also something that a lot of athletes, a lot of very famous athletes who are men, hide behind. And I think that a lot of them get away with, or try to get away with, bad behavior towards the women in their lives who are often the people propping them up. I'm not saying this about all athletes. There are some men who are athletes and wonderful partners and husbands and fathers and all of that. But I do think that when you get famous so young and have so much success, and it's your face everywhere, there's entitlement that comes with that. And also, because it is such a high pressure job and there are so many emotions associated with it, it is a very easy thing to then manipulate someone by using those emotions that are tethered to your sports career.
Yeah. And I mean, there's so many examples of this in sports, but in film and TV, but of the women behind the scenes propping up these men and taking on the emotional burden of these emotionally immature men because they're really successful, and these men using it as an excuse to treat their partners like shit.
Meanwhile, Meg's way more famous than Klay is.
Yeah.
And more successful.
But it feels like that she's implying that she still found herself in that sort of dynamic. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, sorry.
You're like, even someone like her, to your point, that is like, she is way more successful than him, but like Klay had the audacity to treat her like shit.
And it's still like that Megan of, you know, all of these men who feel that they are so big and important with these big important jobs and big important emotions that go with them. They can be with someone who is bigger than they are and still put that on that person instead of supporting that person.
Exactly.
Which is why we are such huge fans of men who are supportive husbands on this show.
Supportive husbands and partners.
Like, we love Bam Adebayo and A'ja Wilson, the two basketball players who are together. I mean, basketball player, calling A'ja Wilson basketball players, like calling
star, legend, icon.
Yeah. 4-time league MVP. But they seem very good together in terms of what they show the public, in terms of how he supports her because she's better at what she does than he does. Yeah. And he doesn't seem threatened by that.
No, doesn't seem that way.
So this is the opposite of that.
Yeah.
So on this show, we have the Bam Adebayo Supportive Partner Award. We can have the Klay Thompson Unsupportive Partner Award.
Yeah. I think that's a new award. And so far, Klay Thompson has the award.
Yeah, he won for now.
Yeah, he won for now.
So we'll see. We'll keep following this story, but had to do the full breakdown for y'all.
Full breakdown.
Never a dull moment.
No, never a dull moment. Well, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching or listening. And as always, please rate and review, like, and subscribe. It makes a huge, huge difference. I say this every week, but please do it. It really helps. You can follow us on Instagram at Sports Gossip and subscribe to our subscription. Subscribe to our subscription.
Yeah.
On Instagram at Sports Gossip. You can follow us on TikTok at Sports Gossip Show. You can subscribe to our Substack at sportsgossipshow.substack.com.
Wow.
That was a lot of the subscribe word burp.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.